Okay.
Okay, so today we're working with Halo, and he's been having some issues with trying to cross the invisible fence line when small dogs go by. It gets him overexcited. He's only 9 months old, so he's a puppy, so he's still working on impulse control, and so far that's the only thing that he has some issues with impulse control on, except for balls. So while his guardians, his owners, would not typically throw the ball across the fence line because that seems kind of like a mean thing to do, right? What we're going to be doing is trying to simulate getting him that excited. I used treats earlier to start teaching him a focus exercise. However, he is much more interested in his balls than being food motivated, which isn't uncommon for German Shepherds anyway, to be less food motivated and more toy motivated. So what I'm trying to do here is get him to be comfortable with watching me throw one ball, and then I'm going to toss him the other one pretty quickly after when he looks back at me. So the one ball is going to go across the fence. Here's the reasons why this is helpful for him. One, he's motivated to go and get this. Two, it moves. So when a dog walks by, one of the things that probably is triggering him is the fact that the dog is moving. So that is something that we want to simulate by throwing the ball. Now, I don't want to be mean to him by not giving him something that he wants, but right now what we're going to start with is I toss the ball. As soon as he looks back at me, I toss him the other one to reward him. Over time, we're going to make this longer and longer delays, so he has to have more time waiting to get that other ball back. If 9 times out of 10 he's at the fence line and something that he wants is a ball or whatever is thrown away from him, but he is able to get it, then he's going to build up that impulse control. So when a dog goes by, he won't be going over to ever go and see the dog. However, he's been building up that impulse control, and most of the time he ends up getting what he wants out of the deal anyway. We do have a long line on him. The only reason for having the leash on him is just for his own protection, to make sure he doesn't cross the line or he doesn't take off and have it be a dangerous situation for him, or having him get lost or nervous to come back. So this is only on here just to make sure that we're keeping him safe and we're not doing any harm to him. Okay, so come on, Halo. Good boy. So again, I'm going to take one ball and I'm going to toss it. When he looks up at me, focus, I'm going to toss him the other ball. Now keep the camera rolling. I'm going to go grab that ball again.
Okay.
So notice how he's able to wait, but I'm giving him something in return. So take a ball again. I'm going to toss it over the fence line. Notice how he's watching the ball. He hasn't looked back at me yet, which tells me that this is simulating focus, the exercise enough, because it's taking him a little while to let it go, to kind of detach, even though he knows I have another one right here with me. And he's still, now he dropped that one, he's still looking off to see when I'm going to go and get the other ball. So I'm going to go and grab that for him, but it's building up that impulse control. I'm really happy to see that he's not trying to take off. So he's really close to being all the way there. This is just kind of going to be putting on the final touches to help him not go after little dogs. I'll be right back. Keep the camera rolling. So the next step, what I would do, and I'm going to go through this 2 more times before we stop the camera, but I just want to let you know, like, what are the next steps? The next step would be having someone go by, probably with a bigger dog. Since he tends to be more anxious with little dogs, I would have you practice the same exercise when a bigger dog walks by. And as the dog is walking by, I want you to take 2 balls and sit here and just play fetch with him. Like, I'll show you what I would do. Have the dog be walking by, keep his attention. Have him catch one ball. Have him drop that, drop, and then toss him the other one. Essentially, you just want to be distracting him. So he's learning how to watch a dog go by, but focus on something else. So just grab 2 or 3 tennis balls and keep playing with him while a dog is walking by. So ask a friend, a neighbor, someone with another dog to keep walking by a couple times. When he's done with that, then you have someone do the same thing but with a small dog. But we want to start in progressions, so he's more likely to be successful. This is setting him up to be successful. Let's try that again. I'll just show you one more time what I would do. Come on, Halo, come on over here. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? So again, as a dog's walking by, toss him one. There we go. Like drop. Again, as here working on this, say the word drop when he drops the ball. Take the other one. Drop. Then toss him the other one. That's going to be rewarding him. Drop. Oop. Drop. Good boy. And then for the next part of the exercise that you're going to be working on this before you have a dog go by, I'm going to do it again now that I've got him engaged and playing a little more. Take the ball, toss it, wait for him to look back at me, and toss him the ball. That way he's starting to learn how to let go and look back to you for direction. So these are the different steps that I would encourage you to do for helping him build impulse control when small dogs are going by the fence line. Awesome. You can stop the camera.